Hello everyone and welcome to my new show.
Now that's cinematic.
In these episodes, I'm going to talk about all the major news and headlines that were attractive to me, that I thought were interesting, and I'm going to share them all. So let's jump right into the first one. So the first one we're going to talk about is Tenet. Now, this is the biggest movie supposed to be coming out this summer, and it's been bouncing around release dates because of coronavirus, obviously. And Christopher Nolan stated that he wants Tenet to be one of the first films back as a way to show solidarity with theaters. So, as of right now, the release date is August 12th, but sorry everybody, it may bounce around because we don't know when the situation is going to get better. So, I'm sad as well, but we'll see it when it comes out, and I will be there or wherever it's going to go. I don't think it's going to be on demand just because Christopher Nolan is so devoted to the theaters. So don't rely on that it's going to be on demand. So I guess we'll see, hopefully, on August 12th. The next little article that I wanted to talk about is Universal has pushed back Halloween and Candyman. These two horror movies I'm excited to see. Have pushed them back just because, obviously, another situation of Corona. And Candyman got pushed back to September 25th of this year, so that's not too bad. No, September 25th to October 16th, so it's still Halloween season. However, the second Halloween, they're kind of rebooting that franchise, if you saw the first one, that's not coming out till next year, next October 16th to October 15th, 2021. So you're not going to be seeing Michael Myers for another year. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. Another big headline I'm really stoked about was that the Invisible Man director, Lee Wannell, is in talks to direct the new Wolfman movie. If you don't know, they're redoing the Wolfman movie with Ryan Gosling, who's my biggest man crush ever. He's my second favorite actor behind Tom Hardy, so I love Ryan Gosling. A little side story here. I'm pretty excited about this because if you don't know, Universal owns a ton of horror movies. They call it the Dark Universe or whatever. And a couple years back, they tried to do all these movies in a huge universe, and they were going to interchange. And the first movie of that series was The Mummy. Now, if you saw that it was a complete flop because it was an action movie with Tom Cruise instead of a horror movie. So they went back to square one. They scrapped what the whole plan was. And they talked about trying to redo this in a smarter way, especially in the horror realm. So they hired Jason Blum. If you know who Jason Blum is, he made The Paranormal Activity, and now he's a millionaire because he made that movie with basically $5. And now he's like this in charge of producing a lot of horror movies, and they hired him on to do it, to do this new, avenue of the Dark Universe. And the first one that come out of this whole new thing was The Invisible Man earlier this year. And that movie slayed. It was a great movie. It was fantastic. Great horror movie from a classic idea. And they're doing the same thing with The Wolfman, and I'm really excited about it. They've got a lot of good pieces laying the foundation of it, so keep your eyes on The Wolfman. I know I will because of Ryan Gosling, so we'll see where that goes. On the TV side, there's another cool thing coming out here. MTV is doing a new season of Catfish. MTV is trying to be smart. Obviously, everything's remote, and they've come out and said that they're going to do a completely digital season or remote recorded season, which it can be done on a computer. I mean, most of the episode is, if you're a fan of Catfish, which I love Catfish. The only downside, I think, of doing this is at the end when people meet each other. It's not going to be as powerful. It's like kind of cool to see that face-to-face interaction of like, wow, that's the person I've been talking to and I had no idea what they looked like. It's going to be a little bit drier, I think, over Zoom calls and stuff like that. But it's, again, MTV is making the right move to get assets out, to make some more money and to at least make some more content during this whole thing. If you did not know, the movie Greyhound just came out. It's a new movie. Apple TV made it, so it's pretty cool. If you have Apple TV Plus, which if you bought an Apple product in the past year, computer, and iPhone, you'll have Apple TV Plus. You'll get it. And it's a great new movie that came out. I mean, I haven't seen it. I'm going to see it today because it got released today, so go watch it. You probably rent it on iTunes as well. So tomorrow or the next couple of days, I may do a review on it, so I'm pretty excited about that. A new movie around this time is really exciting because we don't have many new movies coming out here and there. last headline. This is the biggest headline I think I wanted to talk about, and that's why I left it for the end. So Disney is actually going to do a live action Peter Pan. I don't know if you knew that, but they're doing a live action of pretty much everything right now. And so they're doing Peter Pan. It's called Peter Pan and Wendy. It's still really early in production, but there's talks that Jude Law is going to play Captain Hook. I think that's a good move. I think that's smart. I like Jude Law. I think it's a really good idea. Like I talked about in the Wolfman article, laying the foundation of a movie is really important. I think they're doing the right thing here. There's been just previous projects that even though they hire a great actor, this story may not develop in a good way. I mean, we look at the previous Pan movie that came out a couple years back. It had Hugh Jackman in it, which I love Hugh Jackman, but that movie just failed miserably. Maybe it wasn't because of Hugh Jackman, but he was a big actor attached to the project, and it did terribly. So I'm not saying just because Jude Law is Captain Hook, this Peter Pan's going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be a stunner. I'm saying it's a good piece to add to the puzzle of making a good movie. So yeah, that's all the headlines I want to talk about over this week. I'm going to try to do this more weekly so you guys get the biggest headlines of what's going on in the movie and TV industry. Again, this is going to be on Instagram. I'm going to do some clips on stories as well. And this is going to be on YouTube. So if you know about Zeke Speaks, I used to do a show on YouTube. These episodes are just going to replace it. So don't worry. I haven't forgotten about my 40 subscribers. You're there. I see you. Okay. Thank you. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed my first episode of the name right now.
Now that's